This is Late Night Health. This is the radio show that cares about the most important part of your life, your health. Hi, I'm Mark Alyn, and during the next 2 hours, we're going to take a tour around the world of health and look at some different aspects of health that affect each and every one of us. During this first hour, we're going to speak to two teenagers, one from Germany, one from Italy, and we'll be talking to them about health in those countries as compared to the United States. Jim Laval will be joining us. We'll be talking about the Conquering Superwoman syndrome. Jim is known as the herbal pharmacist, and we've got much more happening during the show as well. We're going to talk about a science fiction novel. And how does a science fiction novel affect health? Really interesting during hour 2, and we'll wrap up today's show as we discuss summer's most infectious bugs. And I don't know about you, but when it comes to bugs, I scream like a young girl of 6 or 7 because I don't like bugs. But we're going to be talking about bacterias during hour 2 and find out which bacterias are more prevalent, more common during the summer months. All right, we go to upstate New York right now, and we join our regular contributor, Robert Clancy, the author of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Soul. And Robert pays it forward. Everything Robert does, he pays forward. And Robert is the host, along with his wife, of a young woman from Germany and a young man from Italy. And we're going to talk to them right now. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hey.
Great.
We're going to speak with Ramona Petri and Eugenio Ciappini. Guys, welcome to the show. And Robert, of course, as always, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Our pleasure. Okay, here we go. I understand, Ramona, and I know this is going to be personal, but since you've been in the States eating our kind of food, you might have put on a couple of pounds?
A couple, 10 pounds.
Oh, my. What do you think caused it?
I think the food is just really, really different. Like, they have different ingredients, and, for example, the butter. We have, here the butter is more, we get it fresh, and here it's more like the spray butter, and it's not, more chemical.
Ah, so you actually get butter in a real butter, and it's just butter.
Yeah, exactly. And here it's just the spray stuff and a lot of chemicals, and my body changed a lot since I've been here.
For the better, I'm sure.
I wish.
And what about your diet, your normal diet in Germany, Ramona? Do you eat a lot of vegetables, more vegetables than you eat here? Knowing Robert, you're eating a lot of vegetables here now.
Oh, yeah, Robert eats a lot of vegetables. No, I actually I eat more unhealthy here than I eat in Germany. In Germany, I eat more healthy sometimes. But Robert got me to a little diet with yogurt and water every day. That's pretty good. That helped me a little. Right.
And Eugenio, what about you? I know that you like to study the labels. If it's got aspartame, for example, you won't put it in your body.
No, exactly. So, now I'm trying to don't drink, for example, diet cola and normal cola because, as you said, there is aspartame, and I feel like it's not the stuff that should be in your body because, for example, 60 years ago, when our grandmothers were child as us, there were not those ingredients around. So I think those ingredients are more artificial, they're more chemicals, and I try to cut on those because I don't feel like they're healthy for you.
And Robert, in your own home here in America, do you read labels a lot?
I haven't, but since Eugenio and Ramona have been here, when we go shopping, for instance, I notice that we're getting a lot more fresh ingredients and fresh basil. He'll Google the ingredients of anything and say that's what they pave roads with, or that's what causes cancer, so it goes back on the shelf. I'm not eating it.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I tried to do the same thing. What about, I'm skipping around here, Ramona, what about shampoo in Germany? I don't know if you'll know this. Is it different?
Actually, I use the same shampoo here than I use in Germany, but I started I love the shampoo here more because it's bigger size, and in Germany it's so little, and you get more for the price. That's what I love here in America.
What about pricing for food? Is it cheaper in the U.S. or in Germany?
Kind of. I hear there's a lot of tax on everything. That's what I noticed, because in Germany it depends on what you buy. For example, like milk is like $2 here, or how much? Yeah. That's like, milk is a lot cheaper in Germany, like it's 90 cents or something.
For how much? For a quart? For a quart?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it depends on the thing. Some things are cheaper, some are more expensive, but the tax make a big difference.
Yeah, it's the sales tax that they had to get used to, and a lot of the taxes on different things that we have here in the U.S.
Our tax here in this part of California is 8.5%. I'm sorry?
Ventura County is a little lower.
A little bit lower than that. And Los Angeles is about 8.5%. So I always just add 10% to my bill in my head to reach that. But they don't tax foods, but they tax snacks. For example, a candy bar is taxed. What about in Germany? Or Italy?
Go ahead, Roma.
It's I think it's the same price for candy. Yeah, I feel like it's the same price for candy.
Got it. And how about Eugenio?
I feel like the real problem can be tax. Like, there is some taxes, it's a little bit different, but the real problem is that here in America, frozen stuff and artificial stuff, they're very cheaper than fresh stuff. And in our country, for Italy and Germany, they're cheaper. The fresh stuff.
Yeah, so it's more conducive to have fresh food than the frozen, because it's the other way around, where here you can get that cheaper, it's more convenient, and over there, the healthy stuff, the fresh stuff is actually cheaper to get.
Which makes perfect sense to me. Our guest, Ramona from Germany, Eugenio from Italy. Ramona is going to be 17, and Eugenio, I think, I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. And I think, Eugenio, you're going to be 18.
Yeah.
Right? So, Eugenio, and of course we have Robert Clancy, who joins us each and every week here on Late Night Health. And we invite you to go to latenighthealth.com, visit us. There's lots of information, and you can even see a picture of the insane Daryl Wayne there, and see how crazy he really is.
That would be the reason to go, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons, isn't it? Italy, to me, is the gluten capital of the world, Eugenio, because we think of pasta. Right? I mean, and there's all kinds, there's all kinds of pasta. Gnocchi is one of my favorites. That's a potato concoction, but there is wheat in it as well. Is the thought about gluten as strong in Italy as it is here in the U.S.?
Yes, I think it's kind of strong as here, but it depends. Because if you go to supermarket and buy already made pasta, it's kind of as here. There's no difference, but we made a lot of homemade pasta in Italy, so I don't really know. I think it's kind of like here.
And what about, so people are taking more of a look at gluten and staying away from it?
Yeah, they try to stay away from it because we make a pasta homemade.
Eugenio's our carbo guy here, so he'll let us know if we had a carbohydrate meal. The next day we're not on carbs. So I've actually lost 14 pounds since they've been here.
Oh my gosh! Come on down, kids. Come on over. Daryl and I'll put you up. Hey, they can stay in the studio, right? Yeah, come on down. People have, yes. So you can sleep in the studio and then cook for us, and then that way maybe we'll lose 14 pounds.
This pasta is the best. Italian pasta. Everybody has to marry an Italian.
Yeah. Ramona, that's a good idea. Hey, what is your favorite food from Germany that you miss that you can't get here in the U.S.? And I'm going to ask the same question of Eugenio.
It's definitely not a food. It's a spice. It's called Maggi. Probably no one knows, but it's a really good spice. And we Germans eat it with everything. Like, we literally put it on everything. Bread, even the pasta, everything.
And Germans make good pasta, too. Spretzel. Spretzel.
Yes,
right?
Spretzel, exactly. Oh, yeah, I miss that, too.
You miss that, too. And Eugenio, how about you?
I think I miss pizza because you can find kind of the same ingredients here in the U.S. to make pizza.
Right.
They're different, so you never have the real pizza. For example, the butter or the milk, they're all skim milk, so there's no fat inside, and
right.
You cannot make a real meat because it's
a real
so,
pizza. You need to go to Eugenio's house in Italy for that. Eugenio and Ramona and Robert and I will return along with Daryl as Late Night Health continues. Join us at latenighthealth.com. Find us on Twitter at Late Night Health, at Late Night Health, at Late Night Health. I get confused. It's amazing. All right, we'll be back. Don't go away.